Howdy Meowers, my name is Aloe, and today we are tier ranking our favorite K-pop music videos, and I'm going to let Devin explain how this is going to work and, what we're going to be doing, and you can just sit back and enjoy hearing about our favorite K-pop music videos.
Okay, yes. What we're going to be doing is ranking 50, but it's a little confusing because we actually each took 30 of our favorite music videos. And these are not ones that we necessarily had to think were technically the best. These are just our favorites in our hearts. First thing to get,
Yeah, we based it off of vibes.
Yes, absolutely. So this is not a ranking on bestness. This is a ranking on loveness. And we each took 30 of our favorites. So that would be 60 in total. But 10 of them are ones that we share between the two of us. So we both have them on our list. So there's 50 for the BlushCat overall list at the end. So we're going to each be putting our tiers, like saying our tiers and showing it to you. But if there's one that we both have, we might have ranked it separately. We will discuss and decide the median tier that it needs to go to based off of our different, possibly different rankings. If we both ranked it the same, it'll just go, wherever we both ranked it. But that's what you're going to be looking at. You're going to be looking at 50 music videos where 20 of them are my favorites, 20 of them are Aloe's favorites, and 10 of them are both of our favorites.
Yes, and we are going to show you now the tier list. This is what it's going to look like. And we have our tiers labeled accordingly. And you are going to soon find out our favorite K-pop videos. And remember, favorites. This is our personal favorite, vibes only, current time. We're basing it off of our present feelings and the vibes, okay? It's the vibes.
Yes, absolutely. We must stress that because some people are going to look at the list and they're going to be like, I cannot believe you think that this music video is better than this music video. And we don't even necessarily think it's better. We just love it,
Yeah. And we'll explain that. We'll explain our choices a little bit.
Yeah. And we'll explain the tiers as well. As we get to them, we'll explain the wording and the stressed syllables in the words to really give you the vibe of the meaning of the tier.
Yes.
Or why don't we just do that right now? Let's just review the tiers.
Yeah, let's review the tiers right now.
So we chose not to do letters specifically for this because that attaches too much of a grade to them.
Yeah.
So you can still kind of think of them as letters, but it's less helpful, I think, if you think of them as letters. So our bottom tier.
Our bottom tier is can't help but like it.
Yeah. It's maybe you don't even know why. Maybe you know why, but it's a dumb reason. Maybe you're just I know it's kind of trash of a music video, but I can't help but like it. When I see this music video come on, I'm still oh my God, what the heck? I like this music video.
Yeah. And just another, I just got to say this again quickly. This is, our favorites of favorites. So this isn't even every K-pop music video out there we considered for this list. And if you hear the BlushCat podcast episodes, you might be aware that I particularly have an extreme struggle in determining favorites and making decisions in general. So this was a really difficult task for me, but I wanted to do it just to see what I'd end up with. And a lot of these videos, I kind of went back and forth. And so it took me a while to really lock in their tier, except I'll say these ones I definitely knew.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might want to talk about the distribution a little bit and the differences between the two of us at the end once we see the whole list, because I definitely think it will be different. But for me, placing them, I kind of just went with what I first thought. I watched each one and then I placed it someplace. And then I don't know, after the fact, I kind of feel like some of them should be shifted, but I can't feel it strongly enough to be confident enough to make the decision. So that's kind of where I was at. So I don't know, maybe on a different day I would have put these in someplace different, but I did my best in the moment to get them in a spot that I felt like was right.
Yeah. So yes, the bottom tier, can't help but like it, but it's still one of our favorites.
Yes.
Next tier up. Yeah, this is good.
Exactly. Yeah. You're just like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah. And then we have the really like tier. We have the wow, I love this one tier. We have the absolutely love this music video tier. And then our top tier, all-time favorite, never will not like this video.
Yes. So even though we absolutely loved the previous tier, this top tier is just like, you can't even say enough good things about it. Like, you can't stop talking. Like, I mean, you could probably do that with the tier below as well. But I mean, it was hard to think of tiers to break down when they're all your favorite, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this is our attempt at that. So
but
yes.
honestly, I've got some that might just end up at the top simply for the vibes. I don't even necessarily have a reason that I love it that much, but it's just at the top.
Yes, like once again, don't forget, we don't even have to have any actual things to say about it that we think are good in order to put it in that top tier or any tier. We could just be like, I don't know why, and it could go in any of the tiers.
Yeah, this isn't supposed to be super serious. It's just for fun.
Yes, just for fun, not actual ranking. We're not saying them in an order within the tiers. Each tier, like the first one that we say for the tier versus the last one we say for the tier, does not mean that they are in that order. Okay, I think it's about time we start putting some music videos down here. So
yes, thank you for bearing with us for that, intro that we had. But we wanted to be clear, so let's begin.
Yes, and there is going to be a teensy bit more explaining because we tried to make it all the information be displayed to you in a nice, clear way. So we'll explain that as well. But we're going to start at the bottom tier, one of the spicier tiers. Who's going to go first? How many should we reveal how many we have for the tier?
Sure.
So how many do you have?
I have 2.
I also have 2. So it doesn't really matter who goes first.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay. What is your first, can't help but like it, favorite music video?
EXO Power.
Oh, okay. okay. That, it checks out.
Yeah.
Why, like, do you want to elaborate on that at all?
Sure. I used to, not be a fan of the Power music video, but then one day I realized its charm. And its charm is the comedic aspect of it. And nothing, honestly, brings me more joy in the Power video than the cat. And the cat smashing that button so many times. It's absolutely excessive, the amount of times that cat paw hits that button. But it's so hilarious to me that I just really like this video now. And I always loved Power. It was one of, the first K-pop songs I heard, honestly. And yeah, just there's a lot of funny elements to the music video. And actually, the color palette's not that bad.
It's nice. It is nice.
Yeah.
And they really do, the cat paw part is the type of thing that goes on for so much longer than you expected it to go on for. Even if you didn't think it was funny at first, you usually end up thinking it's funny. But okay, so as you can see, when we've got the music video thumbnails in their tier, there's a little cat head in the corner. The cat head is in the left corner here because this is Aloe's favorite music video, okay? I mean, also if you look closely, you can see it's her cat head, but it's kind of small. It'll be everything, all information about Aloe will be left corner. Information about my music videos and choices will be in the right corner, okay? So that's how you can differentiate whose music videos belong to who.
Yes. Because if it wasn't already clear, we made our own tier lists and we put our favorite videos on the tier list. But now we're doing the BlushCat favorites.
Yes, which is collective.
Yes.
Okay. So my first one for the Can't Help But Like It, tier list is going to be Monsta X Fighter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. Now, this music video, at first glance, when I'm first watching it, I'm thinking, oh, wow, what the heck? This is actually kind of like really good. Like, you know, it's so cinematic. The like fighter, you know, like aspect, they're nailing it.
Mm-hmm.
Where they lose me, I don't know which comes first. I feel like maybe Wonho and the blacksmithing apron comes first. Which maybe wouldn't even be like a full like, wow, you lost me there. But then when it gets to Juhani with the teddy bear head people behind him and he's knighting Shonu with the sword.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you really lose me. And then, you know, I am on the light up bike being very serious. And then once again, Juhani again in the doctor's outfit.
Yeah.
They can't possibly mean for all of that to be serious. So, yeah, I love it. It's hilarious, but just a little bit too silly for me to consider it in any other capacity, you know?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It is a good video. It's very funny.
It's a good video. Like, you can't help but enjoy watching it because of the elements that they've added. And, like, I've always liked the song. You know?
Yeah, the
really
song
like
does
that
pair
song.
really well with the music video.
It does.
Plus, it's the clan, so
and
it gets bonus points.
Oh, yeah. And I like the additional aspect that they made the song have, like, a funny, like, a funny thing attached to the song as well, because they did a part switch version of that song. So whenever I think of the song, just like the song in general, I think of the part switch version. And so I like, there's funniness and like non-seriousness attached to that as well. So I think it all goes nicely together. And so it's great. I love it, but in a silly way.
So the other video I have in the Can't Help But Like It tier is Newie's face.
Oh, okay. This is our first shared music video.
Yes.
So I have a ranking for this as well. And I'm going to spoiler alert that my ranking is not in this same tier. So I won't be talking about this one yet. So as you can see, we've put a paw print on the left side of this that is going to be white. Okay. That signifies that Aloe has put it in this bottom tier that is white. We will need to move this to a new tier later based on wherever my ranking is. And the paw print is signifying the, original ranking that each member, each one of us had it in. So that is the last bit of technical explaining I think we need to cover, right?
I think so.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully that's easy to follow if you are watching along. I put it in this tier because I wasn't initially even considering it as a favorite, but once I was reminded of it again, I was like, you'd think I would be like, yeah, this is good, and honestly, it is, but, they lose me at the dance break part a little bit. And, generally it's not like a color palette that I enjoy. And, the message is a little bit it's a little bit too rough for me. And then we look at some of my other favorites. But, I put it in this tier because it is a good video. There are a lot of highlights. And yeah, it's still pretty good.
Okay. I can't speak on it yet, but We'll get to it when we get to it.
Okay.
So my final one for this tier is The Boys Giddy Up.
Oh, okay.
Now, when I first was prompted to think of my favorite music videos, I said this one. I included it. Then when it got to review time for me to actually watch the videos and give them a rank, put them in a tier, I was kind of like, this video... I already kind of thought it was probably going to go in the lowest tier, but I was like, this video is kind of like, I don't know, just not really very, think what you want about it. But yeah, so I still think it's one of my favorites, even though when I watch it, there's really not much. They're sort of just standing in this scene that looks like a giant pinball machine. And it's just kind of, it's a little cringe, you would even say, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just some element to it.
Yeah.
Some like classicness about it. I think it's because it's so, it's one of the first The Boys things I saw. And it's like, it's just got something about it that I can't help but like it. When it's on, I'm still, oh yeah, let's watch The Boys giddy up.
And the Eric part.
The Eric part is my favorite part. So yeah, like I can't point to any one specific thing. It holds a special place in my heart.
Okay.
So with that being said, let's move on to the next tier. Yeah, this is good.
Okay. The first video I have in this tier might shock some people, but this is where it's sitting right now. Actually, this whole tier might shock some people. 17 Ready to Love is the first one that I have in this tier. And I actually talked about this video recently in like the podcast or something. I don't remember. But I placed it here. I love the aesthetics. I love it. I love the color palette. I love like the pastels. I even think that they worked in the rain very appropriately. And it's very nice to look at. But I don't watch it all the time. So I didn't rank it higher. And there's not like, I'm not getting much for a story. And you'll find out that I have a lot of music videos with stories that I really love. So I ranked it in this tier.
Okay. I get that. It is very beautiful. I would have included it myself probably if I felt more strongly about the song. But for me, like, if I didn't really like the song, it's probably not even anywhere on here. So, okay. Well, I only have one for this tier.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one I've got for you today is A Pink Chobom Copycat. Because I really like this music video and I really like this song, but I don't have a ton of like personal connection with any of it. It's not really a group that I follow very much or anything like that, but it ended up being something that I really liked. And I don't really like the aesthetics or the visuals in terms of like liking them, but I think that it's good for the music video. So it's like I couldn't put it higher in a sense. It's like, ooh, I like this because of the way it looks, but it's more like, wow, they did a good job and it's really fitting for the song. And it's really like, I think it's interesting and it's perfect for the song. If this music video was not in existence, if they didn't do this concept for the music video, I don't think the song would be as good. So, yeah, like I think it's really effective. It's good, but it's not like, I don't personally like care that much about it. But like I still would say that it's a favorite because it's like, ooh, yeah, they did a good job. But like my heart isn't in it as much for this one. So it's kind of it's a weird place, I suppose. But
okay.
Yeah.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate that subunit and like Copycat as a whole, because I really enjoyed that and I thought it was like really interesting and unique the way they went about it.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah. So the second video I have in this tier is Kong Daniel Paranoia. And I know what you're thinking. Whoa, that's like, it seems low on the list. But honestly, I don't watch it that much. So that's kind of, this tier is kind of, I don't watch them that much. I feel like I can't rank them higher. I don't have that much personal, affiliation to this video, but I really like it. And I like, how the concept is represented visually. I think it's very like interesting and you can feel like the emotion in it.
That's fair. I also have this one, Meowers. So we'll have to wait for my ranking later because obviously it's not in this one because I'm done with my tier.
Okay.
So let's hear your last one.
My last one is BTS Serendipity.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised.
Yeah. This was the first K-pop music video I ever saw. it has a little bit of, sentimental attachment. And I used to, obviously like really, really love it. But let's be real, it's not even a full song.
Mm-hmm.
It is only like one member, not that makes a difference. Like, I mean, that's not like making it higher or lower necessarily, but I'm just pointing some stuff out about it. But I love symbolism, and I love, color symbolism especially. And, I think that this was a really well done video. And it's what made me like BTS. So I wanted to, put it somewhere on the favorite list.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. Okay. So I guess we're moving on up.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to start this tier? Or do I have to have consistency in starting the tiers?
I have 5. How many do you have?
I have 5.
Oh, okay. Why don't I start this time?
Okay.
So for the really like category, my first video is Itsy Cake. I just think that every time I watch this one, I'm just like, wow, yeah, I really like this music video. It's really good. Like, I like the humor that they added to it. Like, I love their facial expressions and their acting. I like a lot of the aesthetics, like a lot of the color palettes that they used. I think it's just perfect for the like vibe of the song. But, there is some unhinged and or slightly creepy parts. So it's not like one of my favorite videos ever, like the top, but I really like it.
Okay, fair. My first video is NCT Dream Hello Future in the really like tier. And I put it here because I really like it. I like, the vibes, and we are making this tier list on vibes, and I think it's fun. I like to, just put it on if I want to hear the song. I don't really have any specific issues with it. It's a little bit funny, and I like the bright colors. I love how they include the like choreography at the end where they're all in a line and like they turn around and like, do that bit. So I think it's a decent video, and yeah.
Okay, cool. My next one is Kang Daniel, Who You Are. This one, I was honestly a little bit like, I don't know, is it enough to put on the list? Like, the music video doesn't like, there's not a big story or anything like that. It's mainly just dancing scenes and then some like shots of like, Kang Daniel, but like not dancing scenes. But so, that's kind of why it's not higher up, but I really, really like this song, and I really like the like aesthetics styling aspect. And I really like the choreography, like how it fits with the song. So I still just wanted to include it somewhere because it's just something that I enjoy. There's nothing really like advanced about it in terms of a music video, but it's an enjoyment for me to watch and everything. And like, if we compare it to the previous tier with the A-Pink song, like I don't have a personal connection to that one, but like Kang Daniel is like someone that I, am more of a fan of. So like that automatically boosts it a little bit more. So yeah.
Okay. My next video is Tame Guilty. And before anybody,
I can't believe your best ones must be really good to you, because I
really
can't believe how low some of these are.
I like, before anybody is like, okay, Tame Guilty is in the really like tier, so she must have like a different Tame video. I'm sorry, but I didn't include any other Tame videos in this tier list. I know. But this is what I felt in the moment. I do really like it, but it's like a little bit like, too like aesthetically not like my preference.
Okay.
But I really think it's like a cool, interesting, captivating video. and I like this song, and I just, you know, yeah, I really like it.
Okay, that's fair. I feel like people are gonna be like, they're just saying that's fair for everything, but like we're just respecting the other person's, placement and opinion. Like they had a good reason, so that's fair. Okay, my next one is Lisa La Lisa. I know. Are you surprised it's this far down?
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like the love in my heart isn't there as much as it would be for things in the higher up tiers. So I had to put it here. But I do think it's very good. Every time I watch it, I just think that everything she did was so fitting. There's so many different aesthetics in this music video, and it just boom switches from one to the next. But I feel like each time it works really well. It's really fitting for the scene, and I like a lot of the aesthetics. I like a lot of the styling, personally. So, I love the black and gold looks at the end. I love the beanie gray outfit. I love the Barbie house, moment. So, I mean, I had to include it, but personally, I'm not like, oh my God, I love this one. Okay. So I really like it.
I have Fromis 9 Feel Good Secret Code as the next video in the really like tier. I think that it looks very high quality, and honestly, it just makes me feel good when I watch it.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I have Monsta X Dramarama. Yes, because I think this is an excellent music video in terms of the cool story that they're telling, but I don't like the song and the music video. I don't love as much as possibly a different Monsta X song or music video. So it's just really because it's not as good as some other one.
Okay.
But they did a great job, and I would enjoy watching it. It's nice. It's captivating.
Cool. Nobody nobody, and I mean you, criticized me for the placement of this next video.
Okay.
So this is one that we share. Okay. I know that. So I placed DKZ Ahung in the really liked tier.
Oh my God.
I placed DKZ Ahung in the really liked tier because I do really like it. I do. I really like it. But it ended up here, and I feel bad about it. I felt like I had too much stuff at the top, and it's not like the video itself I feel that strongly about. I think the choreography has a lot to do with it. So I know what I said about Sehyun's part alone at the end being enough to boost it, but it ended up here. I really like it though.
No, I think it's totally fair and understandable where you've placed it. It sounds crazy for me to say that based on where I placed it. But I know that where I placed it has so much to do just with the love for it. Just oh my God, I love this. And not things that I can point out. So yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay.
My last one for this tier is also one that we share. It is NCT U Baby Don't Stop.
Okay.
I just it's not like this is the craziest song in the whole world to me, or the craziest, subunit or anything. I don't have anything special about them specifically or the song specifically, but I do think it's really good. So when I watch them, I'm like, yeah, I really like this.
Okay. So the last one that I have in the really like tier is The Boys Roar. And
okay.
I just I really like it. I think that it's, fitting for the song, and there's a lot of interesting transitions, and I think Chani's rain part at the end is pretty iconic. I think the part where Jiyeon has this dance break moment is pretty iconic, and I think everybody does a really good job in it. So I really like it.
Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, well, let's move on to the wow, I love this one tier. And I think I'm going to need to start because I have 9 for this tier.
I have 5. So yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I have 9. I had some difficulties. Okay. I really feel like some of them should be moved up. I don't think any of them should be moved down. Some of them could be moved up, but I didn't know because then if I moved them up to that tier, then other ones would need to be moved up out of that next tier to the highest tier. But then I'd be like, should these ones be in the tier that is with these other ones that are the highest tier? So it was rough. Okay. My first one for the wow, I love this one tier is ampersand One Broken Heart.
Okay.
It's fairly new, but it's got that comedy element to it. I think it's funny. I think they do a great job at the, like the facial expressions and the like mood that they've set with like the way the music goes and like how they'll be like the sweat stripping down, or like they're like having the heart attack and they're like, dying or whatever. Like it fits so well in such a funny way. So yeah, even though it's pretty new, I'd say, wow, I love this one.
Okay.
And I love the song too, so that helps.
Yeah, honestly, it is a really good music video. Like we just talked about it when we talked about their comeback. And I really like the green scenes though. Like I would honestly consider it a favorite, but not like my favorite of favorites. But so it didn't make it into, like the 30 favorites that I had. But it's still like a favorite in comparison to all K-pop videos.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one that I have in Wow, I love this one is A Pink Eung.
Okay.
Because I like the aesthetics a lot. I like I said, I like color symbolism, but I also like when videos are a specific color. And this video is very pink. And yeah, I love this song. It was a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was a moment. Like it serves a vibe. Okay, my next one. We share this one. BTS Save Me.
Okay. Okay.
To be honest, it was up higher before. After the first boom, I clicked on it and watched it and I was like, oh, okay. And it was up higher, but I since moved it down.
Oh.
Because I was like, that's too much nostalgia that's impacting that vote right there. And if I scrape away a little bit of the nostalgia, I think it would actually just be like, wow, I love this one. Okay. It's like they do a great job, It's so simplistic, but it's so perfect. It's, it's great. It's beautiful. But yeah, it was never one of my top BTS music videos. And so that might seem weird because it's the only BTS one that I've included, but it's the one that had staying power for me. But yeah.
Okay. So the next video that I have is Astro Blue Flame.
Okay.
And for a similar reason as A Pink Eung, it's got the color. The blue, it's very blue. I like it. It's got a lot of good cuts as well. Like the music jumps and I like it.
Very good aesthetics with that one as well. Strong aesthetics.
Mm-hmm.
My next is another subunit, DKZ 9 to 6 Don't Call Me. You might start to notice a trend. I don't know if you've noticed it already. Something that makes videos top ones for me, my favorites, is humor and comedy. This is another one that's got some funny elements to it. I think it's such a strong start at the beginning office scene where they're at their desks. Oh my God, they do such a great job of serving up the mood. And then the dance parts are funny. The gun element, I was a little bit ooh, whoa, but it does turn into VR at the end. So I'm like, oh, okay.
It could have been
it could have been what are they doing?
Yeah.
DKZ, hello? But no. So yeah, it's funny. It's not too serious. And I think they do a great job. And I love the song. So it's wow, I love this one.
Okay. I think that is it's funny that you say the videos that get higher for you are the ones with a comedic element. But I said that about Power. Oh. And it's at the bottom of my favorites, because I definitely am going by a different, criteria for the top of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is just interesting. So the next video you have already placed because we share it.
Okay. Our first our first discussion.
Yes. So I placed NCTU Baby Don't Stop in the Wow, I Love This One tier because I love it. Like, it's very iconic, and to be honest, I've never seen something else in K-pop have quite the same essence and vibe as this subunit as a whole. And the video is like, it's just dancing, right? But I mean, like, there's the part, like, you know, with the jumping over like the ledge thing, and then like there's some walking, but it's still like the choreography. But the aesthetics I don't really even like.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It like, it's just, it is Baby Don't Stop though. Like, and I think it is really good.
Okay. Well, because we put it in tiers that are right next to each other, we can't pick like a middle ground tier. So it has to be either in my tier or your tier. I personally say, why don't we just default to your tier? Because you feel more strongly about it than I do.
Okay.
So we will put this one, like the final placement will be the Wow, I Love This One tier. But as you can see, my original ranking is still in my right-hand corner.
Yes. So it will have a blue paw print in the right corner to signify that.
Yes. I'm fine with it being there, you know? Like, that's fine.
Okay. So right now what it looks like is NCTU Baby Don't Stop is sitting in the Wow, I Love This One tier, and there is the purple paw print on the left because that's where I placed it, but like it didn't move at all. Like, but it's still like what I ranked it, and then the blue paw print is on the right because it was in that tier for you.
Yes.
But like, you know, if we had decided to move it up a tier or something because I had it in the tier above this one, then it would but like, or like, you know, we moved it down, like it would have the paw print too. But like it didn't move, but it still has the purple paw print.
Right. The paw prints are there so that when you guys are looking at this, you can visually see what tier we wanted it in personally, but you know that the tier it's sitting in is because like of the joint, you know, ranking.
Right.
Because all the other ones you can tell which tier we originally ranked them in because it's just sitting there already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you just went, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My next one, we've got another discussion because it's Kong Daniel Paranoia.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So did you put this one in the tier below or the one below?
The one below. I put it in, yeah, this is good.
Okay. She put it in, yeah, this is good. Okay.
So
I've got it in.
Move it.
Wow, I love this one because I really like it. Like, I love this song. I like the vibes and the aesthetics of the music video. Yeah, so I'm just personally like, wow, I love this one. Like, this one gives me a little bit more in terms of like story and stuff like that than Who You Are by Kong Daniel, so that's why it's in a tier above. Yeah, but so you're gonna make me put it in the same tier as Who You Are. you want to meet in the middle?
Oh, sorry.
In the really like tier?
Oh, we don't have to meet in the middle?
We don't have to.
Oh, okay.
We just have to discuss where it needs to go. I mean, it makes the most sense, obviously, to meet in the middle. But if you were like, no, like, honestly, I very, very loosely put it in the tier that I put it in or something.
That one is I feel like it can go to your tier instead of meeting in the middle. If you feel that strongly about it, because I kind of ended up putting it there, but it could have been higher.
Is it too, like, much of a cop-out?
Not really. I don't know. I feel like you feel strongly about it.
I'd let it be there.
And I really like the song.
Like,
I do.
I almost wanted to put it higher.
Okay. Then yeah, it has to go in the Wow, I Love This One tier.
Okay. So it'll stay in the tier that I placed it in. The original Aloe ranking is in the left.
Yes. Well, the next video that I have placed in the Wow, I Love This One tier. Please, universe, I'm one of you. Don't hate me for this. But I put Pentagon Daisy in the Wow, I Love This One tier.
Oh my god.
I know. I feel like I've like really disrespected everyone I know by putting it this low. but I'll be honest, some of the scenes are a little bit like, I don't like it visually. Like, I think it's too boring.
Oh, okay.
I feel like a fraud and like a cheat, but I've placed Daisy here because of that, really. Like the rest of it though, like as soon as it starts, I want to place it like at the top. But I said just some of the scenes, like I'm like, I feel like I could picture something a little bit more different, and I can't let the significance drive it that much. Like, I can't let the meaning impact it that much on this one, even though I wanted to. But, like, in terms, strictly speaking on the music video, I can't. It's not, like, top tier. But I think maybe honestly I should have put it in the tier higher than this, but I don't know. But I really, once again, the colors, the color representation, the little message they have at the end, all great. Roni's emotion, excellent. The fact that Yenon is in it, excellent. But it ended up here, and I would rather just move on now because I feel ashamed.
Don't worry, Meowers. I will not let it be there at the end, okay? I've also got it somewhere. Like, I will not stand for this. And also, if you're wondering who Roni is, you're going to have to check out another podcast, get the insider scoop on our nicknames.
Yeah.
We use the nickname a lot. I'm sure you'll come across it at some point. Okay. Well, this next one, maybe you'll hate me for this one. I mean, not that I hate you for the last one, but I'm shocked. Maybe you'll be shocked by this one because it's a shared one. I've put Key Bad Love in the wow, I love this one tier. Just because, once again, like this one is like, wow, like so good for the vibes, but I'm not even a Key fan necessarily. And the aesthetics I don't like, but like I just think it's so good. But it's like if I actually were to like look at the outfits, look at the sets and stuff like that, it's like I don't like it. But I think it's a really good music video. Like for like when I want to hear Bad Love, it's like such a good song, and like I like to see the music video with it. So I do love it, but like I can't put it any higher than that personally.
Okay, well, I only have one left in this tier.
Oh, okay.
So, it's CIX Jungle.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I'd say I love that video. I think it's, executed very well. It's got lore. It's got meaning behind it. And I think it's very artistic. And I really enjoy watching it. It is a little bit like, it is dark, but like, visually, like it's a like the palette and stuff is dark. So I thought this was an appropriate tier for it.
Okay, yeah,
because there's another CIX video that I definitely have as like one that I like even more. So I felt like it couldn't be too high.
Right. I get that feeling.
Yeah.
That is the exact feeling that has placed, well, not necessarily placed this one where it was, but we already talked about it. My next one is Monsta X Gambler.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why Dramarama was one tier below, because I felt like Monsta X Gambler was here and I like this one more. Now, I really love this song. And I really love the cinematicness and the like energy that they delivered, especially at the beginning of this music video. But it does get a little bit grody, it has a little bit of like Squid Game aspect, so that is always gonna like push things down just a little bit for me.
Yeah.
But otherwise I do like really love what they're serving up with this one and what they did with it. So that's how it ended up in the wow, I love this one tier.
Okay.
Oh, and then now all the rest are just mine. So I also have 17 Darling. I really have liked a lot of 17's newer songs, but once again, I wouldn't consider myself a carrot. So none of them are going like all the way to the top. But like I love Darling, and I really like when I watch the music video, I think has so much impact with the song. Like I like to watch the song or listen to the song with the music video, and it also has funniness to it. You might not think it does, but it does. Like I just think that it's funny, the parts when they're like talking to each other, like they're gathered around and they're like, you know, talking. I don't know why I think that's funny, but I do.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I think it's, you know, it's beautiful, it's funny, it's fitting for the song and stuff. So I love that one. I also have 17 Hot. One of my other favorite 17 songs. I just like the vibes once again. Like I think some of the scenes are aesthetically a little bit ugly, like some of the scenes / styling, but because of the vibes and because of how much I love the song, I just think it works. Like I think there's enough really cool like vibes for some of the scenes for it to be like, oh yeah, like it's really enjoyable for me to watch, to see like those like parts where the people are like being really cool and really serving.
Yeah. I think for a moment, just while it came to mind and like before I forget, this would be a good time to mention we are not including any Japanese like released music videos that are by a K-pop group in this list. Like we are strictly doing like regular music videos in K-pop.
Yes.
We will maybe do the Japanese videos in a different tier list.
Yes. Okay, and my last one is Yena Wicked Love.
Okay.
I know it's basically a performance video. I get that. But it's really the only thing for Yena Wicked Love. And I love the song. I love the aesthetics and the vibes. Like it's just so good. And so even though it's like kind of plain, there's nothing going on, it's at the same time kind of fitting for it to just be that way. And like, I don't know. I love that one. Okay, so now the next tier, second to the top. I absolutely love this music video. I'm going to start because I have 8.
And I have 7.
Yes, okay. So, okay. I've just been reading mine in order that happens to be alphabetical. So I'm starting with this one, but I honestly feel like I would like to save this one for a little later. But no, I'm going to stick with my order and I'm going to start with this one.
Okay.
Absolutely love this music video. Gravity Adrenaline. There's something about it. It's just so good. It's like so, I want to say, and please Loveities, like don't hate me, but I want to say like it's so generic.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's so good at the same time. I feel like I love the song and I love the vibes that they've put with it, but like if I really watch it, even though it looks generic, if I watch it, it like gets better. Like I like they're like giving the note, but then sometimes the note is being given to them, you know, like there's like they switch it up and stuff, and like and the choreography at the end with like the pogo jumping part and like it's just good. I just feel like like if this one were to be playing like in the other room and like I found out that I missed it, like I wasn't there when it was on, like I would be so upset.
Oh wow.
Like I just am like, what? I missed Gravity Adrenaline? Are you kidding me? Like
I'm actually kind of surprised it's that high up. But I mean, it's good, it's fun, it's enjoyable.
Right, yeah, like that's why I feel kind of weird about it, because I know it's not like some sort of cinematic masterpiece or something really emotional or with a lot of like a plot or anything like that. It's just like, it's like typical music video style of like, you know, storyline and like typical music video styling, you know. It doesn't like look like a movie or anything, but
Yeah.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
I just enjoy it so
I really
much.
like their red jackets.
Oh, okay.
And I like how that's the thumbnail, like, because it's so bright and, like, the song is very bright and fun. And I think that was a good choice.
Okay. So, yeah, that's my first one.
Okay. Well, while I am still trying to recover and, rebuild my reputation from placing Pentagon Daisy in the Wow, I Love This One tier, I'll say that my first one in Absolutely Love This Music, there's no correlation between what I said. I'm just like, I'm traumatized by putting it in that tier. Like, I feel really bad about it, but I'm like, okay. Absolutely Love This Music video, Key Bad Love.
Oh, okay.
And so we shared this one. You talked about it already. This one has the Squid Game element as well.
Yes, it does.
Unfortunately, and I honestly don't like the aesthetic, at all.
Yeah.
But I have thoroughly, analyzed Key Bad Love in its whole, the lyrics, the video, the instrumental, and I think it's so wonderfully executed that I absolutely love it. And I think that people should really appreciate the art that is Key Bad Love. And that's why I absolutely love this music video.
So basically, you're like, if the aesthetics were just better, like something that you did like, it would be in the top.
Yes.
Okay. Then I think we should put it in Absolutely Love This Music Video tier.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that's pretty strong for you.
Yeah.
So. Okay, sure. Okay, my next one, hear me out, okay? Well, yeah, hear me out. Because most of you guys probably haven't even seen this music video, okay? DKZ Fever.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, but I just really like this music video. I mean, I absolutely love this music video. It seems like a joke at first, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this one. But no, it is so good. Okay, first of all, the song and the dancing that goes with the song and the performance, the Heelys, all that, it's unhinged. You're like, whoa, what the heck? They don't do that in the music video. But the music video, it's got a storyline. It's got an alternate character. He seems to be a joy. I hope he's not a bad person. Like, I just really think that they picked such a great person for the character. Like, I think he plays the role so well. I think he seems like he's filled with so much, like, cheer at the right times. And then, like, a little bit of melancholy at the other times. Like, it's perfect. But then another thing that really brings this over the top for me, because one thing is the man, the extra person that's not from DKZ. Mm-hmm. I think he does such an excellent job, and he brings so much to it. But the other thing that I really love about this music video is something that I love about a lot of music videos. Like this is a really good point for me for music videos. They like mouth some of the lines of the song, like sort of seriously, like as they're talking in the music video. Like they're like sitting there as their characters in the music video, and they're mouthing along with the song. Like, not as if they're singing it, but like as if they're talking it.
Right.
I love it. It's so good. It's so funny.
Okay.
So I love this music video. I do. And so most people, I feel like, probably have not seen it. Even if you've heard of DKZ and you've seen some of their stuff, maybe you've seen you probably haven't seen Fever.
Yeah.
It's so old, they were donkeys back then. So go check it out. It's, in my opinion, great.
Okay. I'll say my next one is Red Velvet Psycho.
Okay.
Because I absolutely love it. I wish, the Psycho era was better.
Oh.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I think it's such a classic. It really is. And it's like, it just very, like, I love the styling a lot. I love, like, the the different scenes that they've got. I don't know. I just love it. You know, Psycho is so iconic, and it just really, like, you know, it holds its own.
I would say I can understand people rating Red Velvet music videos in general pretty high just for aesthetics. Because they usually have like pretty strong, like, and like high quality aesthetics, you know, like things will look like not cheap.
Really?
Yeah. Well, not the old ones.
Yeah, when I think of like most of them, I don't think of that.
Oh,
because I think of like, you know, the more wacky sort of stuff.
I'm thinking like the one Psycho that you just said, and then Feel My Rhythm, or don't they have another one that's like really like?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know Red Velvet very much, but okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. My next one is one that we both share. It's I've either way.
Really? Okay.
Yes. I was conflicted. I really do feel like it could be in the top tier, so we'll probably just end up moving it up there. But I was conflicted because of something else I have in the top tier. Spoiler. And I didn't know if they should be in the same tier.
Okay.
So even though I feel like I've either way could be in the same tier as some of the other ones that I have in the top tier, there's like one specifically that I feel like it kind of I would be rating it in a similar way. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if it would be in the same tier as that one. So that's why I put it here.
Okay.
But just a fantastic music video. Like, oh my God. So good. The emotion, everything. Oh my, the scene, like, you know, where they cut and it's not the music, you know?
Oh man, that's a good.
Oh my God. Like literally, like I was gonna cry for this music video, you know? Like it's so good. So don't get me wrong. Like really absolutely phenomenal. There's like the slightest bit of styling aesthetic that I'm like, don't really like that.
Yeah.
But I don't even think I would necessarily hold that against it. It's just that I didn't quite know if I wanted to put it in the same tier as a different music video. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got an I've one. I've Kitsch.
Okay.
And I know you think that's like, you know, doesn't belong there. But I absolutely love it. Okay? I do. I think, you know, it's just so pleasing aesthetically, and it's so snappy, and like I like the vibes. I do. I really like the video. Okay? I do.
Oh, yeah? No.
I don't really like it. I absolutely love this music video. If I really liked it, then it would be in the other tier. But I love it. Yeah.
To each their own. I mean, you didn't get that about Fever, so. Okay. My next one, Just Be Medusa.
Okay.
Just so good. Because it's so funny, you know? They go the comedy route as well. And they do it in a serious way, you know? It's like they're so serious about conservation and recycling and the environment.
As they should be.
But it's like so funny. Like, and on top of that, like, you know, I'm thinking it's not bad at the aesthetics either. And then they you know, bring it full circle as you would with recycling at the end when they like get ready to loop the video. And I think that's so cool. Like, I think that's such a nice element. So it's not just that it's like, oh yeah, this is a funny video. It's like, it's, you know, it's smart. Like, like the decisions that they made were intentional, and like, you know, I like that. It's like, it's not just like, oh, this happens to be a music video that I find funny. It's like, no, look what they did with this, you know? It's great.
I'm actually surprised that you have that on your list at all. And so high up.
I mean, what am I going to do? I love it.
I mean, you said you like the aesthetics. Like, you don't have a problem with, like, the street sort of scenes?
I mean, those parts are my least favorite. But, okay, so, like, aesthetic-wise, I like the desert parts. The red outfit parts. And then the roof parts are fine as well. But the street parts are my least favorite, but they have the comedy
Okay.
Like when they're going around the whole city and looking for water.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's so funny. So
knowing MG has that, like, you know, big pack on him to where the camera honestly is pretty funny.
yeah. So yeah, I don't usually like the street aesthetics like that in music videos, but because there's a comedic element to it, that's what makes it so good.
Okay.
But I like the aesthetics of the other parts.
Okay. So my next video is another IVE video, but it's IVE Love Dive.
Oh, right. We know you love this one.
I love this one. Much like Psycho, it's such a moment. It's just so iconic. I love the, you know, the pink and the blue. I love it. And the only thing that I don't like about it is the car. I don't like the flying car. Those types of scenes in general, like, I never like when they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's
quite common, honestly.
Yeah, it is quite common. But it, like, takes the video down just a little bit. But I really love it. The dance break moment is like, wow, so good. Even though it's, like, super simple at that part, but it's, like, so fitting. And I'm sure everybody knows how iconic Love Dive is. So I feel like I don't need to explain why I love it. So, yeah.
Okay. My next one is Kong Daniel SOS.
It is a really good one.
It's really good. And here's the thing. Personally, I feel like I might like Paranoia as a song more, although I do really like SOS as well. I didn't think that I did at first, but I really like it. But the SOS music video just has such a cinematic experience that I needed to put it up higher. It's one of those music videos where you watch it and you completely forget that you're even watching a music video, or like that what you're watching is kind of like for the song.
Yeah.
And you're just pulled into the movie basically that you're watching, and the song is just there over top the whole thing and like perfectly fitting.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's like, it's just, they really did an incredible job with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like the aesthetics, like the desert wasteland, sort of a Star Wars almost, you know, like sort of vibe that they gave it. I think they did a good job, because they could have done like sort of a post-apocalyptic wasteland thing in like one of the uglier ways.
Okay.
But, you know, because it does still have, you know, a Western, like, you know, cowboy-esque element to it because, you know, of all the dirt. But I think that they chose like the better side of that. Yeah, I just, when I watch it, I think, oh my God, this is good. It's that sort of vibe. So I absolutely love it.
I do really agree with how good it is. If this was based on, like, you know, if I was going about making this a different way, or if it wasn't like, you know, favorite and based more on like something else, it would be on there, because I think it is such a well done video.
Like you'd put it like a top tier, but it's not necessarily your favorite.
Right.
Right. And I'm a bigger fan of Kong Daniel than you are.
Well, I've got Monsta X Find You as
okay.
another video in this tier. And I don't really know if like a lot of people even know that, because it's not a title track. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying it's like a super rare video.
It's not as rare as DKZ Fever.
Yes, it's not. But like, it's not a title track or anything. But there's a music video for it, and I think it's really, really good.
It is.
And
really good.
This is the video that really makes me say Hyungwon acting debut. But in like, you know, I found out honestly that he did have an acting debut. But like, I mean,
you're like, why is this man not acting? Sort of vibe.
Yeah. He just does such a good job, and the emotion like is just top quality from everyone. I like how it's continuing on with their lore. Monsta X has actually like really interesting lore, and like, you know, drama-rama, it carries through. I really love that. I love when groups carry through some sort of bit or storyline or something. And the song paired with it is like, wow, like I'm crying. It's like really good.
It's very good. Monsta X, they either have like music videos that are sort of like everyone has their own little scene, like box, and there's scenes of that, and then there's like, you know, together scenes, or they have ones that are like heavily based in like lore, story, drama, suspense. So yeah, I get that. Okay, my next one, a long awaited, you know, we've left this one behind. Left it in the dust. You thought we forgot about it. New East Face.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Honestly, I almost put this in S tier.
Wow. Okay.
So it's going to have to be,
in
my opinion, it's going to have to be moved up a good bit. Because I just think it's just wonderful to watch. Like I just love it. You know, it's another one that it'd be like, if this was on when I was not in the room, I would be so upset. You know, I'm like, I have to see it every time that it's on. I have to be seeing it. Let me watch it. It's so good. The vibes they're serving, so good. The aesthetics with the pink thrown in, top tier. The fact that 17 members are cast as extras before they debuted, we love it. Iconic, right? I get what you're saying about the dance break. It definitely doesn't add much of anything.
No offense.
But I just think it's so iconic. And like, I've seen this type of concept maybe done, or this type of styling done in times that it was not as iconic as this. Like, this is, it's just so good. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
So if I've got it there, and then you've got it in the bottom tier, right?
Yeah. I'd be willing to move it all the way up to purple. Like, move it one lower.
Wow, I love this one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that.
Okay.
So it will sit in the purple, wow, I love this one tier. But everyone know, for me, I absolutely love this music video.
Because honestly, a lot of what you're saying is valid about it. It's reasons why I like it. But I just felt like, I don't know, because it's so silly.
Right, yeah.
And I mean, it's their debut.
Silly. Yes.
But it's good. It's enjoyable to watch.
That's you know, the difference between your like, you know, your rankings versus mine is like the silliness is helping it in my situation, and it was hurting it in yours. Which I know you're like, well, if you thought Giddy Up was silly, why don't you put that up higher? Because Giddy Up only has silly. It has nothing else. Whereas this, I listed all those different things, and it's like, you know, it's done in such a hilarious way, even though they're not trying to be funny. But that's what makes it funny. So yeah, okay. I love it.
Well, on the note of Giddy Up, I'm going to be talking about The Boys, and I'm talking about The Boys Nectar. Now, this is a very fresh music video, and we talked about it when it came out, and I said it's like, yeah, it's probably my favorite The Boys music video, and I'd say that it is. And so I've placed it and absolutely love this music video because I think it's similar to, as we all know, I spoiled it already, it's on my list too, we know it, that either way, it's so I said that before, how I think they're sort of similar aesthetically, and I just like it. You know, I said it about From Us 9, feel good. The Boys Nectar kind of makes me feel good when I watch the video. It is a little bit long, like with all the extra like camcorder footage, but that's okay. I really like it. Yeah.
I think it's funny to see the clear difference in not only how we rank the videos that we rank, but like which videos, you know? Like your, as we're getting closer to the top, like your videos that are at the top are so different than my videos that are at the top.
Yeah.
Vibe-wise, I feel like.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're covering a good bit of like people's, you know, what the people like, you know? Like we're in general not all like just saying one type. Like the people that like the type of things that you like and the people that like the type of things that I like, both are hearing, you know, some of these rise to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, but my
Hashtag RYZ. Rise to the top.
My next one is Pentagon Do or Not. Most of these videos that I have put in my favorites, like most of the 30 that I have, are like top tier favorite songs of mine. And that contributes a lot. It's not just the video, it's the song as well. And I love this song, but the video, especially like videos that have a really good start, do so much apparently for me, because I think it has such a strong start. Like, you know, the music being at the beginning the way that it is, like they don't like jump right into the song. It's like got like intro elements to it. So good. They're going with a funny vibe again with like the facial expressions, you know, like when they're all sitting on the couch and they're like looking. It's just funny.
Yeah.
And I just love the feeling of it, you know? Like I love the feeling that they paired with the song through the music video.
Okay.
So I love it.
Okay. I've only got one more in this tier, and it's one that we share, and it's DKZ Crazy Night.
Okay.
And honestly, this could be top tier, but I placed it here because I felt like I felt like I had too many in the top, and this one is the one that got moved. Sorry. But it's so good. Like, I'm afraid that you just don't get it if you're listening and you're like, what? Like, you just don't get it. And I feel sorry for you that you don't get how good this video is. Because, okay, honestly, again, ever since we did that episode with the Google Translate, and you like had that description of this video, it got so much better.
Yes.
And it was good already.
Yes.
Like, so honestly, like I feel like it's gonna get boosted. Like, oh, like it's so funny. It's bright, like it's nice and like colorful. It reminds me of Psychonauts. It's just so hilarious, but also like it's got a message.
Yes.
Like you gotta look. There's a message there. Yes. Like it, you know, you guys just don't get it.
Yeah, you really should listen to our Google Translate podcast episode, because I too the reason I picked it for that episode was because it was one of my favorite music videos, and I was like, I love this, so I'm gonna pick it. But then I too, like, through carefully watching it and like, you know, going through the video, I was like, oh my god, what have I discovered? Like, this is crazy. It's so good. It's so good. And so I have one more to be putting in this category. My last one is not that one. It's Pentagon Dr. Bebe.
Okay.
Which is also so good. So good, but there's just something about it that makes me forget about it sometimes. And I regret that I forget about it all the time. But it is really incredible. It is top tier. The emotions, the acting, you know, like when I first saw this music video, I was like, wow. What has Pentagon done?
Yeah, me too.
Like, I was just shocked. I was like, I can't believe this. This is so good. So, I mean, I do love it, but, you know, every once in a while I have to be reminded of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, Meowers or non-Meowers who should become a Meower by subscribing, we did go through all of Pentagon's music videos in a podcast episode, actually 2 parts. So you can listen to that. But I do really love the Dr. Bebe video, but a lot of my like criteria is like heavily based on aesthetics, I think. Like that plays into like, you know, a lot. And so it's a little bit dark in like a creepy sort of rough way. Not like a I mean, it is like dark emotional, but it's like it's kind of like comically like, yeah, he's Dr. Bebe. Like, you know, it's like, like so I don't even have it in the favorites, but I was considering it for a while, but I do, like you said, forget about it, honestly. But it was definitely a moment when it came out. And honestly, the song itself deserved a win. Let's just say that.
Definitely. Absolutely.
But yeah, Dr. Bebe is a great video, but I feel like my favorites are very like you know, both of our favorites, you can look at it and be like, so that person likes this type of video. Like, I mean, I've got a couple different, you know, styles, but
yeah,
I feel like it's very clear what our favorites are.
Yeah. Okay, well, we only have one tier left. Some might call it the S tier. We are calling it all-time favorite. Never will not like this music video. I feel like my tier has been decimated a little bit by you because we shared a lot of the ones that I have up top.
Okay.
And I know you have a lot more in your top tier than I do.
Yes, I have 8.
My tier list ranking ended up being a little bit more like a bell curve, which just goes to show a difference in our like ranking, not ability, but you know, like our ranking style.
Yeah.
Like I tend to feel a little bit more strongly about things being like, yeah, I really like it. And you tend to feel more strongly about like, oh my God, I love this.
Yeah.
But also there was a factor that I needed to add videos to get to 30 and you needed to subtract videos to get to 30. So it makes sense that you would have more that are higher tier and I would have more that are middle tier. Just something for everyone to keep in mind. But so if you have so many more, we definitely should start with you.
Okay. The first video in my top tier, one of my all-time favorite K-pop music videos. We all are seeing this coming. And I might not say the first one that you expect, that you would definitely all see coming. But CIX, Save Me, Kill Me.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because this video, we talked about it. It's so good. It came out last year. Everybody go watch the CIX music videos because you're missing out. The lore, the storyline, the acting, let me say that again, the acting, it's so top tier. It's such high quality. It's super emotional. Like, wow. The song, beautiful, excellent, superb, really, 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 really good. Really, really, really good. It's an entire K-drama all wrapped into one. The fact that it's pulling from old footage and they're like wrapping it up into a new package. It's got some, you know, Monster X sort of lore vibes in that aspect, but I think it's just really, really well done.
Yeah, this is one of those types of music videos that like when it came out and I saw it, I was like saying, yes, I recognize, you know, this is a top tier music video. Like it is excellent, but I just personally didn't have as much of a connection with it. But yeah, no, it is an extremely good music video. It's just not one of my favorites, but okay.
I'm pretty sure I probably cried when I watched it because, I mean, how can you not,
yeah,
right?
I can understand that.
But I don't really remember, but, like, yeah, really good.
Okay, well, my first one, Blitzers Macarena.
Nice.
Obviously, if you've literally listened to any of the podcast episodes since we learned about Blitzers Macarena, you probably were already expecting this from me, at least. But, I mean, honestly, probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah, top tier, love it, so good. It's got a story element to it. It's got a comedy element to it. I actually don't like the aesthetics in a lot of the senses. I don't like the tearaway pants, you know, like there are things that I don't like about it, but it's still this good because the vibes, the feeling, you know, it's just like, oh, I just love it so much. So even though there are things that I could point out as negatives to it for me personally, it's still absolutely top all-time favorite.
Well, I'll go ahead and say same. That
Okay.
Blitzers Macarena is in my top tier because we've talked about how good it is and it still holds true. And it's like K-pop perfection in like a music video. Like, what's not to enjoy if you like K-pop, really? I mean, but yeah, what you're saying, I agree with. The aesthetics are kind of like, yeah,
not even that good.
Yeah, but like the fact that it's not even that good is like what makes it better.
Yeah, honestly, it is. Like if everything looked so like beautiful, like the way that you'd like be pleased to look at things, I feel like, yeah, that would honestly take away a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it's kind of like a little bit like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't really like the way this looks.
Yeah, like just I think the tearaway pants, which sounds like, you know, some sort of material or pants style, I think that part is funny. Like, I mean, I wouldn't expect that, especially like the general styling of Luton and like the fact that that is happening. It's like, what? But the fact that it's like so shocking and you're like, what is actually happening? It makes it better. And, you know, there's a lot. The vibes are there in Blitzers Macarena. They are there. The tastefulness in, like, the dance scenes versus the, you know, story scenes is good. It's there. And, yeah,
like
really
they just deliver so much. Like, as idols, like, in that moment of that video, like, they're doing their job perfectly.
Even the scene that's like, you know, the flashlight scene. We've probably talked about it before because we've talked about Blitzers Macarena so much. But like they were just standing around with the flashlights, but they made it into the video because that's how good they were.
So good, man.
Yeah.
So good. Okay, my next one, even though it sounds like we just did mine, but yours was the same. My next one, DKZ Crazy Night.
It's getting boosted. It's getting boosted. S tier. It deserves it.
I just pretty much already covered all my thoughts on it. Like, it is just so good. And, yeah, I probably shouldn't say more because I already talked about how good it was.
Okay.
Oh, but in case we just didn't cover it, because we, you know, the cinematic element as well, like the scene with the boats on the water when they're transitioning the song, like,
yeah,
because you might think like, oh, it doesn't look that good if you see the other scenes, but no, it's all so intentional and so good. Okay. Yeah, S tier for me.
All right, I'll say one that both of us have, and you already said BTS Save Me. I've placed this here because I have some sort of emotional attachment to it, but not like I'm not solely ranking it on that. I just think it's still such a good music video. I watched it again and I was like, you know, going back to it like to do this, and I'm like, is this going to like be an all-time favorite? And like, yeah, it is. Like, it's super incredibly simple and it's like just choreography, but it's the atmosphere. It's the like the mood, the ambiance, and it's the feeling, and it's at the top.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that emotional reaction I had initially did put it in absolutely love this music video tier, but then I moved it down. So we can move it back there if you'd like.
Absolutely love.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. It's probably the best and my most favorite music video of that simplicity level.
Okay.
I don't know how many other music videos there are at that simplicity level, but like, yeah, they do an amazing job.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is another one we shared. DKZ Ahung. I'm sorry, it's S tier for me. It's S tier, and it's a lot to do with the vibes, the energy. Do I really care about the aesthetics of some of the scenes that much? No. Do I really even care about the whole like Jae-chan motorcycle helmet like storyline or whatever? No.
Oh, see, that's like something that boosted it a bit. Like that would boost it a bit for me because I think it's interesting.
For me, what I care about is the opening, like right when it goes da-da-da-da-da, like, and the dancing starts, and like the way it looks, and like, oh my god, like the energy and like the build up, you know, of the energy, like when it shows them dancing and it
Don't
shows
say
like
build up. Oh god.
When it shows like, you know, it's like revving everything up. Like the music video revs the whole song up to like an extra degree that you just can't help but just absolutely jam and vibe to it. And you're like, put it on again, start it back at the beginning another time.
Okay, it does.
That's
it's
how I
true.
feel about
You're
it.
right. Like valid. However, I don't know how high I can boost this one.
So where did you have it originally?
In the really like blue tier.
You want to only move it up to wow, I love this one? You're going to only move it up one? I'm going to have nothing in the S tier. At least give me absolutely love tier.
I'll give absolutely love because I do love a hung. I do. Yeah. That's fair.
I mean, I feel really strongly about
Okay.
it. So. Okay. Absolutely love this music video tier. Sure. Like I already only had 5 in the top tier, and 4 of those 5 we share. So I'm not going to have very many in the top tier when we're done. I mean, they still are personally in the top tier for me, but like the BlushCat tier won't look like it has very much contribution from me.
Okay, well, it's time for me to say another all-time favorite, and that's Astro All Night.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if the folks at home expected this to be top tier, but it is. It's beautiful. It's breathtaking. It's flawless. I love it stylistically. I love it aesthetically. I love the song. I love the emotion. It's perfect. Thank you.
It's the epitome of top tier for you. Like it's checking all the boxes.
It's checking all the boxes.
Okay.
Except, I mean, it's not like, it doesn't really have like a
drama
story or
plotline.
drama. Yeah, but it's really good.
Okay. My next one is maybe a little shocking, maybe not based on the way I've previously talked about it. It's IU Love Wins All. Wow, like just so incredible of a music video. So much so to the point that I have to include it as one of my favorites, even though I don't even know if I would care about it that much. But it's so good, I have to care about it that much. It's incredible how much you're pulled in to the story. Just like I was saying with Kong Daniel SOS.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that one again.
Yeah, like it's just really, every time I watch it, I just continue to find it so incredible. And so, yeah, I think if someone was to be like, wow, your favorite music videos, I would have to mention it just out of the fact that like, how can you not? Like, it's just so good. And this one is the reason that I wasn't sure if I needed to put IVE either way in a lower tier, because they're both very emotionally incredible. And like ones that I wouldn't want to watch all the time for enjoyment factor. But this one has like just a little bit more of like a extra cinematic element. So I didn't know if it should be in the same tier as IVE either way. But this one is definitely top tier for me.
Okay. Well, I'll say IVE either way is obviously one of my all-time favorites. It's in the top tier. And I feel like it's okay for you to put both of them in the top tier. I think I need to have an IVE video in the top tier. So like this kind of has to stay there.
Yeah, we can move it up.
Okay. So how about I just say another one?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll say I've got Pentagon's Violet music video
Okay.
in the top tier because I just find it so aesthetically pleasing. I think once again the acting, hello, they're all acting. Hongsok's crying, like wow,
heartbreak.
like yeah. And I think they did something interesting with that in the fact that they put it in like the little boxes.
Oh,
And
okay,
like
yeah.
it kind of looks like, you know, an aesthetic board. Like,
yeah.
and so I think it's very different looking. And I love the purple sweater. I love the emotion. This one's got it all too, really. Like it's this one and the, you know, like the symbolicness, the representation, the meaning, the different interpretations you can have of this video. I love when there's like more than one way to interpret something and you can kind of like try to figure out what it's supposed to represent. And this has that. So it's really a nice package.
I think in general, Pentagon music videos are so good. And obviously, you know, we did videos on that. So obviously it makes sense that we think that. But yeah, because some groups, even though I like a lot of their songs, sometimes their music videos just fall a little flat for me. Like I'd rather, you know, hear their songs in a different way. But with Pentagon, there's so many good music videos to choose from. My last top tier video is Pentagon Daisy. So
Sweats nervously.
I love it. I love it so much. I love the color, you know, different color palette for each person vibe. I love the styling of most of it. I love the emotion that people brought through. And I love the song. Like it's my favorite Pentagon song probably. So like that helps boost it. It's just,
We gotta put an S tier.
and I love I love that it's all the different colors and then at the end they have the writing and they're talking about
Yeah.
all the different colors and then it becomes white and it's a daisy and like, you know, it's just
I know, right? I feel awful that I put it so low.
But okay, so I mean, hey, I'm fine with it being an S
Top
tier.
tier. I agree, and I would like to mention about Daisy because I didn't, but this might be like so irrelevant and obscure and weird to mention, but I would like to mention it just to you right now at the very least. The colors, like I said, everybody knows at this point. It's like, oh, we get it, you love color. But like that video too, how everybody like their scene is a color is really cool. But honestly, the part that's like the worst, like the why it ranked in like the tier it did, I guess, is because of honestly the end, like when they're all wearing the white, and I know the white is obviously super symbolic.
I always forget about those scenes,
but like
though.
I just don't visually like some of like it's the visuals like in the way that they did it, I guess. I don't know, sorry. But how like, you know, Tony has the red and stuff and then the green, it makes me think of two things. One of them, I cannot literally think of what it makes me think of, and it really bothers me because I want to know what it reminds me of because I love the feeling of it being different colors like that.
Oh, okay.
But the other thing that it sort of makes me for some reason think of, which I always loved, is the display cases in Oblivion. You know how they have like the velvet, like the colored, you know,
yes,
bottoms, and there's like purple ones, there's green ones and red ones.
absolutely.
It makes me think of that.
That is so hilarious.
And it makes me love it more.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it.
Okay.
But that is so funny. I wouldn't have ever thought of that. But I feel like I get what you're saying about the other thing, how it's reminding you of something, but you can't think of what.
Yeah, I want to say like a game.
I feel like there is
sort.
Something. I don't know what, though.
It's like something nostalgic.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm all out. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What's your next one?
Well, I've got two more. So the next one I'll say is Monsta X All In.
Oh, of course.
Now, everyone at home probably knows how much I love this one. because it really is like it's a piece of art, but in like a different way than some of the other ones I've said that about. But it's like, oh man, it's just a really good video. This one, Minhyuk, like, I mean, he's the thumbnail, so I kind of like extra like that. Like I think they knew what they were doing. Like that moment specifically, that is the thumbnail, is like one of the best parts of the whole music video. Like the way he walks and delivers at that scene, like he is on a mission, and like, oh, he's conveying what he needs to convey. And yeah, I just love the music video. It's so good. It has it all. The song, really good. I love that song. Yeah, I'll never not like that video.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's definitely been true so far, like over time. You know, you've known about it for a good while and you still really love it. So.
Yeah. The last one that I have is Red Velvet Chill Kill.
Oh, wow.
Which is a very new one as well. But I really do love it. And it's got all the qualities. I love the styling. I love the story. It's super captivating and interesting. And it's like creepy but fun, just like the song. And I think it's probably like their best looking video out of the ones that I can think of, like, you know, off the top of my head. I mean, Psycho, I think, is a really good looking video too, but I mean, like, I guess best quality overall, because it is very like, it's like a drama or like a movie. And so I just really like it, and I wanted to put it at the top.
I think like you know, you rate the aesthetics so highly, and you love like the beautiful looking ones, but the beautiful looking ones don't end up having as much of the drama element, which you also like. And so all of these drama ones end up being like a little bit like grungier of an aesthetic. But you love the drama. So.
I love the drama. I really do love the ones that are like I'm watching an episode of a K-drama. It's just so good.
And it's funny because all of the ones that I have in the top, the aesthetics, they're at least not terrible, but like I don't actually care about the aesthetics as much as I could. Like there are music videos where I could like the styling and or like the visual general aesthetics more. But yeah, I guess that's just not a factor that I was including as much. The ones that are in the top for me, honestly, are like some of my top favorite songs. So it's kind of honestly,
I mean, I love all the songs.
The most fair
on the whole list too, but like the top especially, yeah, the song does play a big part, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so that rounds up everything.
Whew.
It took a while, but this is, remember, collective where we're at, right? Collectively where we're at. So collectively, it might look a little skewed. Might look a little bit like mine are falling more in the middle and not at the top. But the ones I felt very strongly about right at the top were also ones that Aloe likes enough to consider. So that, you know, is a factor that played into it. And also, I just don't have as many favorites. So like I like had an initial like core like 20 or 15. And then I was like, okay, now I need to like think of other ones that I also really like. So that's why my it is more bell curve and yours is more weighted at the top, because you had like a core of what, like 50 or 60, right?
Yeah,
that you're like, I would love all of these.
Yeah.
And you had to pare it down from that. So
yeah,
that's the that's why it's skewed a little bit. But we felt like this is kind of a good way to do it, because if we were just trying to collectively make a list that was like just BlushCat's opinion, it would be way like,
we'd be missing out on like some of our personal favorites.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we did it this way, where you can see some of my favorites, some of her favorites, and then some of the ones that's like everybody on BlushCat likes this.
Yeah. And honestly, you can comment and like say your thoughts on the tier list, but I'm like super easily convincible in some aspects because I said like I can't like make decisions very easily, but like some of these I'm like, no, this has to stay here. Like nobody can change my mind on this video. That's how good it is.
Good.
Yeah. Good. Like I feel really strongly about some of these. And so I honestly found it interesting to do because I wanted to kind of know and try to decide what my favorites were.
And so now we know.
Yeah. So like I just said, if you want to comment, like tell us. Don't tear our lists apart and like, you know, just criticize every little decision that we made and like all of our favorites because, you know, they're our favorites. And so if you're like, wow, that's absolutely trash, like it'll be a little hurtful. But, you know, tell us what some of your favorite K-pop music videos are. And like if you love some of the videos that are in our top tier, let us know because we'd like to hear other people appreciate our favorites.
Yeah. And yeah, just please remember to be respectful. You know, we are respectful of each other's opinions and we are trying to be respectful of, you know, even just putting one above another one. We're like, you know, but I think it'll be interesting to see some people might have entirely different looking lists because there's like a lot of groups that we didn't even include.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of groups that did not make it onto the list once that other people probably are like, well, I like literally all of this person's music videos.
Yeah. And there's like plenty of groups that I like and I'm a fan of, but I don't really like their music videos. So they didn't make it on the list.
Definitely.
Yeah. So try to remember this is just for fun and it's just our favorites. It's based off of vibes, nothing too serious. If you enjoyed this long new type of video from us, you can like the video on YouTube because this will only be available on YouTube because we want you to have the visual of the tier list. And remember to subscribe to BlushCat and turn on notifications.
Yes, you can also check out our channel for other types of videos and for our podcast, or you can check that out on Spotify.
Yes. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. This has been Aloe
and me. Bye.
Meowers. If you want to check out the videos from this tier list, we made a playlist of all of the K-pop music videos we ranked. You can find the playlist on the BlushCat channel. Remember to subscribe and stay meowing.